Hey guys, how you doing? This is another program of our factual actual. Um, Hope everyone had a pleasant holiday or holidays, and we have a special guest on the show, and I cannot wait to turn this over to my boy Dwayne Jr. for all the intros.
How y'all doing out there? This is another factual actual. We can't give gifts to everyone, but to the ones listening, we got a great gift for you today. We're going to give you some information on better health. And I have a special guest with me today that I've been knowing my whole life. And she has some knowledge that she's going to share with her, but I'll let her give her introduction. Uh, Go ahead.
Hey y'all, my name is Atharia Washington. I am the owner and CEO of Your Favorite Fat Girl, where we support body positivity. You can purchase sweaters and t-shirts online at www.yourfavoritefatgirl.com. Also, we have Your Favorite Fat Boy t-shirts for men, also in all sizes. We do have several things on back order, but we support body positivity over here.
I love it. I love it.
I
Girl, so me and you we talk a lot, and we got to talking about herbs, you know what I'm saying? You mentioned to me that there's some herbs that you can take to help get poisons out of your body. Is that correct?
Yes, there are.
Oh, okay.
I
So
have
I'll
a
let them out.
herbalist. Now, I'm saying I have an herbalist that I like to purchase herbs from. Just, sometimes you got to look at people and do your research. I ran into a random black guy on Facebook and we got to talking about herbs and everything, and he was serious about it. And with him, I've lost weight multiple times, but I gained it back because I just like food. But he has a detox. He has several things, but one herb that I love and a lot of people don't like. And it remind me, you remember when my grandma used to make me take castor oil.
Oh,
When everybody had to take castor oil back in the
oh,
day,
yeah. Oh.
we always hated that stuff. But there's an herb now called black seed oil. And if you research or Google black seed oil, it says it cures everything except death. Yeah,
Wow.
ain't that something? Ain't that
Yeah.
something you want to see? Um, and with the internet nowadays and TikTok and things like that nature, I've been seeing it come across my screen a lot. And I used to take it every day. I got to the point where I would just open the bottle and just drink out of it. Like it was normal, like it was a normal thing. And I had all my coworkers taking it, everybody was losing weight, and everybody was happy it cut my sugar cravings. Um,
Black
and I
seed
have a brand
oil.
new bottle. I think I probably um paid almost $100 for it, and you can get it off of Amazon or anywhere. But I got it from my herbalist, and it was so strong. I took it one day, and I said, "Hold up, it's a little
It
too
came
strong."
on you.
But he said he got it from straight from Africa.
Well, I
So
do want to point this. Yeah, definitely, 100%. I'm glad you mentioned that.
yeah,
It's not always about the name. It's about where you
mhm,
get it from. And
yeah,
sometimes you ain't getting what you think you're getting on Amazon or some of these other
yeah.
places. So I do recommend going and find a local trusted source for your things like that, because the way the game's played is, they gonna give
Yeah.
you something that's half the dose that don't work, and then you write it off when really there's something that's good for you. You know what I'm saying? So
It
definitely.
has like a T, not THC, but something of that nature starts with the T, and there's like a percentage of it in it. And I think a good percentage is like over 2.8. So as long as it has that, it's good. Or you can just order. There's several herbalists that are actually just selling black seeds, and you can make the oil yourself. But as I was going to say on TikTok, I've been seeing it pop up a lot, and they're saying that they're taking the black seed peel, the just the seeds itself. Some people are doing seeds, some people are doing oil, and they're mixing it with honey, just your basic honey out of the store, nothing special. But if you got some special honey, you can use the special honey. And that's how they're mixing it together. taking it 3 months. They saying it's curing HSV1 and HSV2. They said they using it. It's popping right now.
So, you know, here at Factual Action, I am gonna have to say, so when they go day say, you're gonna have to I'm gonna need some I mean,
there are people showing their results. I believe it does work.
Okay, so what I'm asking is from your perspective of what you've done, you know what I'm saying, in that empirical sense, black seed oil and what it's done for you. You know what I'm saying? That's that we know that we say is 100. You know what I'm saying? We like to say that. And you know what I'm saying? If you just say weight loss, you already got the attention of of math already.
It did. It cut my sugar. It cut my sugar craving drastically.
I mean, I'm already black tea already because I'm trying my best to cut sugar out because I know how bad that is for you. You know, that refined sugar do you wrong. So I appreciate that already because I'll definitely be looking into getting me some black seed oil for sure. What else you got for me? That's one I like. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oregano oil.
Oregano? I never heard of oregano
oil. Oregano oil is so strong that if you allow it to touch your skin without a carrier oil, it will burn you. This is factual, actual.
Okay.
So I knew it needed a carrier oil, but for some reason, I can't remember why, I decided, I think I was mixing it because on my health journey, I did research and I looked up things. You can use olive oil. The best olive oil to use is Bragg's. A lot of people don't even know Bragg's make olive oil. They're just used to Bragg's making apple cider vinegar with the mother. The well-known. They sell olive oil. That's the best carrier.
I got a bottle of the apple cider with mother right over here on my
They make olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And it looks so pure. It's that deep green, not that real light green that everybody be getting. Look like you pouring oil, vegetable oil and stuff.
Corn oil, corn.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's truthful because the Sicilians own the industry, and most of what you get is sunflower seed oil or what's that other oil people cook with? Canola.
Yeah. Now people are jumping on avocado oil too. Avocado oil is actually good though.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily jump on, but so we was on
oregano oil. So,
oregano,
you have to have a carrier to take it, so that Bragg's olive oil, or you can mix it with coconut oil. I wanted to see what the full effect was going to do for me, so I went and got the Bragg's with the mother. I had to go get the good stuff, and you have to mix it. You only put about like 16 or so drops. You can go a little bit more drops in a tincture bottle, 2-ounce tincture bottle. And then the rest is oil, and you have to shake vigorous. But one day, I think I was doing my drops, and I got a little bit on this part of my finger, and I did this. Lip was burning for multiple days. So it has to have a carrier. It was very strong. Okay. Antibacterial, antifungal, anti-anything.
So is this both edible and made for the skin? Or we talking about like if you got a wound?
You can put it if you hurt, if you got arthritis and it's hurting, you can take it, rub it on your knee, rub it down with it, go lay down for a little while. It's gonna ease the pain. I did it for my coworkers. Oh, my leg hurt. Oh, my ankle hurt. Put it on there.
I gotta get you on Factual Action for you to be sliding knowledge to your brother and stuff. I see how it is. You know what I'm saying? You over here living this pain-free life and ain't even talking to me. All right. I got you.
I mean, so this is something else that I purchased. and we're gonna bring COVID into this just a little bit. So
don't open the can.
just no. It's not
Okay.
up for argument or anything. I'm just saying how
Yeah.
I personally feel like I've been protected from COVID.
Okay.
I did not have shots. I just got my first shot for personal reasons to be able to spend time with him for personal reasons why I got my first shot. But originally I did not want the shot. I have been out the country. I've been to a paint and sip with 500 people. I've been to big parties with thousands of people. I had my mask on. And one thing that I've always had on that nobody else had on is an antiviral salve.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this is from a local Black-owned business here in Monroe, Louisiana. And as you can see, the main ingredient is oregano.
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 Man, I thought this was pasta, girl.
And it's called No 19. It's the name of it. And she is a local nurse in the in the COVID unit. She was one of the head nurses. And when COVID hit, she felt like she had to do something. She said God spoke to her and she felt like she had to do something to protect her and her family and to protect all her loved ones. So she made this off. I live by this off. I take it, I grab me a Q-tip, and it's definitely a solve. And I just I'm gonna do it now because I hadn't did it today, just in case I go around anybody. Before I go to work, before I do anything, it's a solve. I just take the Q-tip, run it in my nose a couple of times, flip it on the other side, do the other side. I have not had COVID at all. I'm not gonna say this is what did it, but both of my best friends had COVID. All of us went to Las Vegas together last November. Both of them had COVID for Christmas. Both of them. I have not had COVID in the 2 years, and I'm grateful. And this is the only thing that I've done differently and been faithful to that no one else has been.
Well, when you for me, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not there and I haven't used it, but just the premise of having that in your nostrils, we know it's going to catch and trap more stuff than say that mask ever would. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself already, resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? That it's going to be somewhat, it's going to have a positive effect just in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if it's all natural, that's the other thing. If you put some nature in this and you talking about something all natural, you already winning with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll talk about you give me some. Once I try it and see what it do.
I have some on hand I can send you too.
So anything that worked for somebody, I want to know it and let the world know. You know what I'm saying?
When your mom goes to the hospitals and stuff and visits and things like that, she don't put it on a regular day, but when she going around the hospitals and stuff, she's sneaking in her nose. I was like, you're gonna get it in there, ain't you? And it opens up your sinuses. That's the main thing it does. It definitely works because once you get to sniffing it, your sinuses definitely start to drain.
Oh man. So it's kind of
I need it.
You need
it. You need it. It's myherbalnurse.com. myherbalnurse.com. She has a few other items. She has a sea moss lemonade. It's kind of good. My favorite is pink lemonade, and it boosts your energy and everything. I just like it. There's mixed things about sea moss. So, some people say sea moss is amazing, some people don't.
Yeah, the
lemonade is good. Yeah, the pink lemonade is good. But she also has a soursop tea that fights cancer. And we just got a big delivery of it today.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you something. Let me throw a curveball. Have you ever heard of something called bitter cola?
No. I can't even say it, so I know I haven't heard of it.
Well,
does it go by a different name?
Yeah, don't quote me on that right now, but let me say it again because I got that country draw in it. Bitter, like something that's bitter.
Mm-hmm.
So bitter, and then cola, like a Coca-Cola, cola. So
Mm-hmm.
bitter cola is what it's called. Oh, okay. Well, it comes out of the motherland from Africa, and
Okay.
it's this little brown. You know what? See, I'm wrong. I'm gonna go get it before this program's out. I'm gonna go to the car because I got some
Okay.
because I want to bring it on the cast. So
Okay.
this little thing, you know, it does. It's the same thing. It's diabetes. Type 2 diabetes. It helps with. It's nasty. It's all outdoors, girl. But you
Mm-hmm.
just got to eat it. But the benefit, you know, hypertension. So blood regulates your blood pressure. You know what I mean? And these, I work with an African colleague. He brings them every time he go home.
Mm-hmm.
He brings bags of, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they so good.
Oh, the bitters that you buy,
Not
you
well,
chew
you
on
don't.
them.
Well, you got to eat and swallow these things. They dry and nasty, but they
Okay.
actually have something. But look, they got something. I'm gonna bring it when I show it to you. Then you'll know for sure if
It
what it's
sounds
talking.
like you're talking about the things like the people eat. They kind of chew on it like it's kind of like a sugar cane. That's what it sounds like. You may be
Oh
talking
no,
about. It
oh
reminds me of a
no,
sugar cane when I see it.
yeah. This ain't this one. I'm gonna have to. You know what? See, y'all go ahead. Don't mind. Y'all continue going on about good health and make sure we get them email addresses out there again so we can get this salve and help some people out. Give me about 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All righty. Well, I have a question here.
Okay.
What started you on your quest? Uh, everybody wants good health.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody goes to degree like you, your brother, and many other people. What started you on yours? What inspired you?
Um, I've been plus size for most of my life. And I never had any health issues. I always go to the doctor. Oh, you're fine. You're just obese or whatever the case may be. You need to lose some weight. That has been the only news that I've basically ever got. And then I'd say about 6 years ago, I was in an accident and my back was hurting and everything. And as a matter of fact, Dwayne was here. They were here visiting. Um and I was headed to go be with them for the kids to have a little party, and somebody hit me from the back. And it's like after that, you're pre-diabetic or you may be diabetic, and sometimes when you hear those words, it changes your thoughts. And I remember my grandmother being diabetic and what she experienced and what she went through with being diabetic and being on dialysis. And I just knew that that was not what I wanted for myself. So then at that point, I started doing research and looking at different things and trying to find ways to become healthier. I've never liked taking pills ever. The only pill I probably was forever faithful to was birth control. And
Yeah.
the,
And that was
the
probably
one,
one of the worst ones for you. That's
I was just
oh,
going to say that. The one pill that I was so faithful to is probably the one pill that probably messed up my life. I ain't gonna say messed up
yeah,
my life because I still feel
but
like I have an amazing life, but I experienced a lot of female issues that I feel like contributed to taking birth control. And I understand my mom was trying to break generational curses and things like that nature. And a lot of parents do by going and putting their child on birth control at an early age, around 15 to 16ish, and not really understanding the effect that it may have on you throughout your life. But honestly, when I say faithful to birth control, at one point I had to take birth control. If I lost my birth control pill, I would be crying because my body wouldn't regulate properly without the birth control. And I had already had one experience and had to have emergency surgery. So I was literally faithful to this birth control pill, like the alarm going off on time every day
um,
for this birth control pill. Now you can't pay me to take a birth control pill.
I don't recommend it, man. I mean, I was young once, so I could say a lot of stuff. But as an older man, you know what I'm saying, growing up, I will say this: I don't recommend taking anything that's gonna alter nature. It's just a bad idea. If you finna alter what the creator made, it's not the right path. That these are my beliefs. You know what I'm saying, and I stand behind them wholeheartedly. He made us perfect. We are perfect. We are in
Well,
his damn image,
sometimes
and
we are perfect as far as how he made us in the physical realm. And you have to understand that sometimes we do things that alter the perfection. So for example, it's no different from God making me perfect and me growing up and deciding once I get into college, I want a peer pressure takes in and I take a drug, and then all of a sudden I lose my mind. So I did
yeah,
something that altered that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you're right. We are originally made perfect, but sometimes people do things to us when we're younger babies, and it
yeah,
alters the perfection. So, you know, even something simple as being perfect, and then we become broke as a family or a unit, and all we got is rice, and we start surviving our starches, and we start gaining weight because that's a starch and it causes us to gain weight to become diabetic. It may alter a woman's menstrual cycle. So it's small things that we don't realize that changes their perfection.
yes,
So yeah, we
I
are made
agree.
perfect, but
Yeah,
something's going to alter that. And in order to alter it, no one ever really thinks about the point that we're having this
hey,
podcast is to go into herbs. So it's
yeah,
easily to go into what the doctor says instead of going to herbs.
it happens. We say this on the podcast. We say everything's great until man get a hold to it. Everything good until man get. Once you get a hold to it, girl, it starts taking things to the left, and then we get a lot, and we start talking about medication. What my first issue, and it always is, that side effects. Like, you can't give me something that's going to give me other problems. I mean, I didn't have them problems, but it's some of them almost guaranteed at this point in time that if you take them, you're going to have these side effects. But who says I want them problems to stop, my fungal itch, when I know now I got me some oregano. I got me some oregano
You
on
know what? I'm gonna tell you the weirdest
some,
thing ever. You want to talk? This finna blow y'all mind. You know what gets
bro.
rid of foot fungus?
Tell us.
Vicks vapor rub.
Big.
Vicks vapor rub.
I've heard that.
Is it
Vicks vapor rub.
how many applications? I read this that's the other.
If it dries out, put it back on there. And this is factual, actual.
Just wait a minute.
It was me that told you.
Look, I had to do it. I did it. Wait a
You
minute.
did it worked. It worked.
It worked. 2015. When I went to, oh man, look, let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to throw this out here. I want to put this, I'm sorry, I'm getting out. I want to put this out here to everybody. Look.
And you're right. It was about 2015 because my godson was just born and he's about to be 7 in March.
Look, check this out. If you go to a hotel room, you go to a hotel, I don't care how clean you think it is. Wear some shower shoes. Put some shoes on your feet before you get in that tub.
And wear socks on that floor.
And wear socks on that floor. Because whatever I ran into, it tore my foot up. I couldn't even walk. It had my next to my big toe, my next to it had opened up on me. It was terrible. And I'm in here buying Tinactin and every high price thing I can in the store. Until baby sister come along and say, boy, you better put some Vicks on that. You know what I mean? And everything changed. So wow, yeah.
I'm not a big
put some Vicks vapor rub on it. Like put it. I used the Q-tip because I didn't want the fungus to get on my hand. So I used Q-tips and I just rubbed the Vicks vapor. I borrow somebody's socks, and I don't never do that. And I said before I put them socks on, I said these socks clean. He said, yeah, they was in the drawer. Some should have told me when I questioned was the socks clean that I should not have put them socks on. And I tell you, the next day my feet was itching so bad, and I Google. This said Vicks vapor rub. I took their Q-tip and I rubbed it on there, and I put some socks on. And if I feel like it dried up, I did it again. I think that fungus, the itch was gone probably in about 24 to 48 hours. And the fungus itself was probably gone in 3 to 4 days.
I was down for about 3 days total, but my pain within the first day, I was having less pain where I could walk. Remember, I was having trouble walking. I was hobbling around. I didn't want nothing to touch my foot. So yeah.
Well, I found out, I had issues with my feet, and I'm gonna have to say this: magnesium sulfate will get it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything that magnesium sulfate won't cure. Somebody told me that magnesium sulfate kill their roaches. That stuff will do it all.
Now, I don't know about all that, but I tell you what, another random fact, baby powder get rid of ants.
Well, that's because Johnson, they keep their paws in the
You can get the Equate brand.
You ready? All that asbestos in there, they ain't going nowhere near it.
If it kills ants, what it'll do to you?
Give you cancer is what they say.
That's right.
That's what they say. I don't know. I ain't trying to find out, but that's what they say.
Oh man.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else I love. Coconut oil. Real coconut oil. I'm gonna show y'all. You probably, I don't even know if you can see it. You can barely see it. But I stuck my arm over a barbed wire fence. And I was fine when I stuck it over. When I pulled it back, my arm was cut open. And I came home and I washed it real good with some soap and water. And I just put coconut oil on. I just every few times a day, coconut oil. You can barely see it. Coconut oil will help with stretch marks. And you gotta be consistent with it. The coconut oil is antiviral. You gotta look for stuff that's antiviral, antifungal, I ain't even gonna try to say that word, but yeah, everything anti. That's what you gotta look for. Well, alkaline water. I gotta have alkaline water.
Girl, you start talking about water, you on the right place right here now. So that's what you looking at, what, a pH 6, pH 7 balanced water, somewhere around there?
No, my pH is 8.8, 9.1.
Okay.
You still drinking that cheap stuff?
Well, technically I don't I make my own water myself personally, you know what I'm saying? So I'm at the point now where I drink zero water. So, I've been drinking pretty much distilled or nature's water, rainwater for probably the last 4 or 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's hard for some people to believe I'm 40. I know you think I'm 40, but some other people.
I think you're about 45, to be honest.
I see what I mean. That's my girl right there. but we okay. See, exactly. But at the same time, if you see me here with the children and I'm out there playing with the children, running around and stuff, people be up there like, "There's no way in the world you're 40." Look, I'm 38 and I ain't gonna go out there and run nothing. But I'm out there doing it. If you want to play basketball, whatever you want to do, I am in shape. And one of the first things I did was I don't want bad water. So I went to a zero water and and then I go and get my iodine and make sure I get my iodine from a trusted source. I get my selenium from a trusted source because, anything in that supermarket with a label on it is probably a lie anyway. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, they'll put GMO free on anything and it ain't nothing real in it. So
yeah, they have these water testing facilities here, where they sell water and they test it. And I've taken multiple waters in, and this one, every time I always come back with having the correct pH that it says. I've did it multiple times. I've went. Yep, and the pH always comes back. Aquafina is horrible. I hate Aquafina water.
I'm just about to say, go ahead and give us some negatives. Give us the don'ts, you know what I'm saying?
Do not drink the sunny water. You basically drinking salt water. And they want you to drink salt water because salt is going to dehydrate you and make you want more. which
Makes
is
you want to
why
drink more.
people love the sunny water, because you drink it, you want some more. That's the water you got. So you're going to keep on drinking it because you're drinking salt water. That's horrible. Aquafina. Horrible.
It sound
Horrible.
like it's nasty. Just by calling it Aquafina, I already
Yeah.
know something wrong with it. I don't know why I'm asking now.
I know a lot of people like Fiji water. To me, the pH is not high enough. To me, it tastes gritty. I don't know why. But I feel like coming from a natural spring, the pH should be more than 7 something. I feel like it should be much higher. Only way I can really drink Fiji is if it's cold, and I don't even like cold water. I don't like anything cold. Another thing, I don't drink drinks unless I go to Popeyes.
Oh
If
my
I go to
God.
Popeyes, I gotta get
Lord.
that strawberry Fanta with no ice, even though I'm allergic to strawberries. It's something about the way that strawberry drink burned my throat when it pushed that biscuit down.
That's my girl. Oh God.
So how about talking about why pH makes a difference to those of us out here that water is water?
In order for your body to fight off viruses, and anything else, your body needs to be alkaline. It's because our body is 80% water. So we need water. We need to replenish. We need the water to cleanse us out and cleanse out all the bad things and all the toxins. So if your water is not alkaline, if your body is full of fungus, diseases, and you're not alkaline in your body, then you're flushing it, but you're not flushing as many toxins. So if you're drinking alkaline water or water with a high pH, it will raise the pH in your body, especially for women. Women could just have a scent, and it's not because they have anything. It's just by the things that you eat. Also, men, when ejaculation, everything, it has a taste and everything. I don't know nothing about no taste, but I'm just saying other people know about the taste, and they say it tastes nasty, and it's because of things that people put in their body. So men need to drink water and fix their pH. I'm serious, I really don't, because I would definitely that is of the devil, and I don't do devilish things.
We believe you.
I know.
We believe
you should.
Check it out. So let me. I would like to. Let me interject here. So let me put an interjection.
That's what we're talking about.
So this is factual now. You still my baby sister. Don't start with me, girl.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious.
I know you. That's the problem. I know you serious. I know you serious.
I was telling this guy. And he was like, "Man, you cool than a fan." He said, "You just look so precious, like you don't do nothing." I said, "I don't." He said, "But you're finna go out with me." I say, "I know, but I don't do anything." And he was like, "No, I know you do bad stuff." And I was like, "I don't." And he was like, "Your family believes that?" I was like, "Yeah, my family still think I'm a virgin, like I'm the perfect person in the world. I don't do anything. I don't have no kids, so there's no way you can prove that I am or am not."
Girl,
I'm perfect.
You are perfect.
Don't you get on this podcast and lie on me now. I ain't gonna let you do that.
No. Now look, of course my baby sister's perfect. I mean, I can't. I mean, this been my rollie forever. You know what I mean? So, what I do want to say is I do want to piggyback off of what you were saying about the pH. And yes, it is very important. I want to add in that when it's alkaline, what it does is it brings more oxygen into the body, into the bloodstream. Right. So oxygen is your only defense in the body. And that's what keeps you. So as long as you have a rich oxygenated body and it's alkaline, you really can't get sick. Right. But the second that goes on to the other side and you get an acidic body, that's when that shit start happening. Yeah. And so definitely pH is very important in getting it proper, because going too high is also a problem. You know what I'm saying, as well. But getting balanced water at that pH, I totally agree with you on that. I would call that.
They want you, if you have cancer, they want you to get that higher pH in where it's at 12. But if your normal pH is about 7.5, 8.
Yeah, that's
But
what you
if
want.
you have cancer, they kind of want you to push it up to the max, which is like 12.
I mean,
So
go ahead.
is the pH water, is it naturally occurring, or is it something that you have to put something in it to raise the pH? I'm unsure.
There's an option of both. The one that I drink it comes from a natural spring. So, for example, Hot Springs, Arkansas. A lot of people like to go because there's a natural park, a national park. I'm sorry, and you can go and you can get the natural spring water, and it's coming hot. Through the spring, and they drink it. It's alkaline. It's natural. It's coming straight from the earth. It's natural. It's nothing added to it. So that has a high pH, and it's already alkaline because it's natural. So you have those people that do that and get their water from streams. Anything that's natural, untampered with, that's going to always have a high pH. But you have some waters that they sell in the store where they add in electrolytes and things like that in order to make it alkaline. Now, like Wayne said, anytime man get a hold to it and start adding stuff to it, you can put whatever you want on there later.
Yeah, it started becoming a show
Well,
then.
the reason why I'm going this way is one of our premises is that it shouldn't cost you an arm and a leg to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if water naturally occurring has the right pH, then we have to go out and buy it that way. Can't we find it naturally? Like
Mm-hmm.
you say, if it
Yeah.
comes directly from a spring, uh, say you buy spring water, which is what I used to buy until Dwayne told me differently. Now I buy purified water, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I mean, I'm trying to figure this out because there's about 7.5 billion people on this planet right now, and uh, they believe man has roamed around here for at least 30,000 years, and especially the last 12,000 as Homo sapien. We
Mm-hmm.
got from there to here. Was water naturally that way, or did something happen that caused it not to have the pH it should have?
Well, can I? Let me. You don't. Man, well, of course, some happen. Industry happened. You know what I'm saying? The second they start pumping it into your house and cleaning it for you, your pH was gone. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
told you how I feel about tap water. And then if you look at all the pollution they doing, so what stream can you go to? We talked about this episode 1. What stream you don't go to that they ain't already, told who knows what in it? You get what I'm saying? That's what happened. Man
So
got the whole to.
we to be pragmatic, we have to have uh, we have to have a suggestion to the folks that are listening, a good suggestion that is practical for most people. So
I would suggest for anybody that wants to spend Dollar Tree. I don't know, maybe $1.25 now, because they changed it to a dollar. Yeah, $1.25. They sell it's a jug. I have one in the house, but it's a big jug and it has like ridges all down, and I think it has mountains on it. I think it's called Crystal Springs water. It's $1. That is natural water. People could get that. This is actually, when you were talking, I was trying to make sure this is natural artisan water. It's bottled in Louisiana. We from Louisiana. It's bottled
Yeah.
in Louisiana. It actually comes from a
well, it
well.
must be gold if it came from
Right. It comes
Louisiana.
from a
Yeah.
well in Covington, Louisiana. So they're pumping this water directly from a well. Um, you can purchase. People will send you water from hot springs. Actually, in the middle of downtown. They now have a setup, kind of like when you go to well, football games and stuff. You remember when we go to the Saints games and stuff, and y'all
Yeah.
gotta stand around and wash your hands. They have like one of those, and just press a button, and the water come out, and it comes out hot. Cause I burned myself the other day trying to get water to bring to
Yeah.
other people. So it still comes out hot. It's not cold. It's
Yeah.
coming from the natural spring, and they
The
they
natural
just
hot springs that's there. Yeah.
yeah, they just
But
pump it in and let it fall out. So
for the person going out to the store tomorrow or today, they're going to the store. They
mhm.
won't be going to Covington. They won't be going to Hot Springs, but they need water. But they want to drink better water. So your recommendation is, I
Crystal
think,
Springs.
I think that's the water I drink, but it
Uh-huh.
doesn't. It says purified water, 100% something something, because that's what I drink in my coffee when I make my coffee. I
Mhm.
This water because it tastes better. But
Right.
anyway,
Evermore
crystal.
is sold in stores. It's sold in most Circle K's is where I get mine from now. And I know that it's sold in Kroger in Texas. I know that they do sell it in Kroger, and it comes in a 6 pack. It comes in a smaller ones that are like a 12 pack. So it comes in multiple sizes. I like to drink this bigger size because two of these equal a gallon. So
Okay,
I try to get a gallon in a day to help flush out any bad things, any toxins or anything in my body. So I know a lot of people can't drink a gallon of water a day, but at least if you get two of these in, you're getting in half. I'm sorry, one, you're getting in half a gallon. So that's why I go for the big 64 ounces.
got
Yeah.
you.
But
Now,
they have a website, so you can on the website you can locate the stores in your area that does sell this water.
Well, sorry, let me ask you something. Like I do remember a point in time that like didn't they used to say the thing where you could put some cucumbers in the water, alkaline or something like that, or
Yeah, they say if you put this is the thing. You have to be careful on what they say, like
they
you said.
say, yeah,
Um,
go
lemon and limes, but this is the thing. When you say limes, they're not talking about regular limes, they're talking about key limes. There's a difference.
ahead. Mm-hmm.
And it takes the lemon and everything takes it, even though when you eat lemon, you feel like you're eating acid anyway, but it takes the acid out and
Neutralize, yeah.
makes it kind of alkaline for you. So yes, you can add things like that to your water, but honestly, what's the point of putting fruit and all this other stuff in your water when it really don't give it a taste? You got to let it sit for 2-3 days for it to actually get a flavor to it.
yeah, it'll
And
taste like.
then you're gonna want to eat the sugar and everything. Sometimes natural sugars is too much for your body, also.
Yeah, it'll be a daiquiri or something. Well, I'm big up now. Now
Herman.
I'm going to, because see, I think I think of things a certain way too in my base premise. You know, sometimes a choice ain't a choice, and me and Dwayne talked about this, and I understand that the corporations of this world run the world, and they have all the power.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever we start thinking that we have power, then we become very disappointed, because actually, uh, when you give me the choices, you can either do this and you can do all that. That still exercises. This still says that you have control, because I got to make one of the choices you want me to make. Having seen the Matrix, the Resurrections, the Morpheus character said on a couple different occasions, is that really a choice? And this is where I'm coming from. Uh, you know, I'm with my son. I believe if you can walk out in the yard and pick it up, that's pretty natural. If you have to market to me that it is natural, then it's not natural. So give me your feedback on that.
Um, sorry, somebody keep calling me. Um, if you can walk outside and get it, in some cases it is natural, but you also have to understand it depends on. It's no different from you planting greens or planting tomatoes or whatever. But if you're using the bad pesticides and everything, you're still altering it. So it's just a difference in if it just grew on a tree or somebody planted the tree. It all makes a difference if it's poisonous. Um, and sometimes things in the store are natural. I will say I don't trust in the stores where it says non-GMO and GMO. I don't really trust that
Right.
in these
Well,
stores when you're going in them.
But does a corporation produce both of them?
yes.
Yeah,
Is there
I
a
feel like they
choice
can.
seed? Is there a
I
choice
feel
seed?
you do have some businesses that really want you to be healthy, that are really offering things that are natural. So you do have some corporations that do that. But for the most part, a lot of them do not because they want money. Money makes the world go round.
Them corporations you talking about are small and they making a lot of money. They
Well,
gonna be hard to find.
that's what I'm, I mean, you folk, you two are have have shown me things and taught me things, about good health in the way of supplements and the all of the above. Well, it's still for me, I'm of that group of people that's saying, you know, I'm in the matrix. I don't care what water I drink. I'm still in the matrix. I can drink the best water it is, but I'm still in the matrix. I'm still playing the game. I'm still under the same paradigm. And
Well,
uh, I want to be as healthy as I can be. And you guys have shown me how to do that. But there's still some devil back there saying, okay, I'm making money on him being not so healthy, and I'm making money on him wanting to be healthy. Essentially,
True.
there is no way to really fix that. But I'm just saying we can stand behind our products, you know, say
well,
90%. But that other 10% is of the devil. And I'm not talking about the one that's red and got horns and
Mm-hmm.
pitchfork. I'm talking about evil CEOs and corporations that have exploited us, especially those of us that came from the continent of Africa for the last 500 years. And I was just reading an article the other day where now China is colonizing Africa. And I'm saying, damn. I mean, is there anybody that's not trying to exploit us? And the answer is probably not. So um, I guess I
yeah.
brought up to say we can do the best we can, and what you guys say will make us healthier and better, but we're still in the matrix.
Well,
Now,
you also have to change some of your eating habits. It's not always just taking the medicine. We also have to do some of the work. We can't just think the medicine gonna do the work. I know people that are on 2 shots of insulin and 2 pills. And then when I say stop eating rice every day, they're like, oh, that's what the medicine for. No, the medicine is to keep it down. But you can get to a point where you don't have to be on the medicine if you stop eating rice. if you stop eating smothered potatoes, if you stop stuffing your body with carbs, you also have to do the work. You can't just expect the medicine to do everything for you. You can't overeat and then go and take detox pills when you could have just not overate, and then you don't feel bloated and all these other things. So we still have to do some of the work. So even though we know that they're probably feeding us horse meat, mixing it in with the ground beef or whatever the case may be, even though we know this, or even the Beyond Beef that they're saying is vegan, to be honest, a lot of vegan stuff is made with soybeans. Soybean is not good for black people. Soybean is not good for black people.
From a paleo perspective, beans are not good for anybody. I've been on the paleo diet trying to lose weight. It hadn't worked. But back to, I want to say this to Dwayne Jr. Your sister is telling us how to step out of the matrix. And when she said, you know, we're going to put certain things in, but a lot of it has to do with not putting anything in.
Well,
and
let's
be healthier too, which I have more control on that part of it. Like if you got a headache and you're going to only take Advil, and Dwayne knows this story, you go in the store and they don't have Advil, but they have ibuprofen, and you say, damn, all I want is Advil, and you got a headache, you know, well, I'm going to take ibuprofen this time, damn it, but next time I'm getting Advil. You know,
why aren't we stopping and saying what's causing this headache? Why aren't we stopping and looking at the source of what may be causing the headache instead of taking the pills? I don't like taking pills. If the doctor prescribe it, half of the time I don't even go pick it up. I won't even go get it. You said you said what? Oh, my blood pressure high? Oh, okay, I work on it. I ain't gonna go take no pill because my blood pressure may be high. You're gonna lower my blood pressure, but on this day, if I don't check my blood pressure and I ain't ate nothing in 2 weeks and I become faithful because I'm fasting, I ain't ate nothing in 2 weeks, but I became faithful to those blood pressure pills because you said my blood pressure was too high, but I've been fasting for 2 weeks and just been on a liquid fast, and now all of a sudden my blood pressure too low. They can get your blood pressure low, but they can't get it up.
They know how to, they know how to F it up. Yeah, they know how to fuck it up.
I'm saying I'm speaking. They can, if your blood pressure gets too high, they can bring it down. But if your blood pressure gets too low, they can't bring it back up and save your life. They can't. It's hard to get your blood pressure back up.
Okay.
Like you can't go if somebody fall out because they diabetic, their sugar too low, and you get them a peppermint, it'll help it back up. They can't do that with your blood pressure. Your blood pressure get too low, they can try to get it up, but it's hard. When that blood pressure get low, they sending you out the door, baby.
Hey, since you brought it up, let me go ahead and put this on the camera right quick. You know, I want to show you. This is a bitter cola, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually gonna eat one of these things. You know what I'm saying? Because, and with you mentioning that, it's the perfect time because one of these things do is help you bring your blood pressure up. This bitter cola right here from nature. Mm-hmm. So what you have to do is you have to twist it, and that pulls this little small hull off, and you got this little dry cola seed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Has caffeine and all that. I tell you, it does not taste good. But the benefits, you know, of something of taste, you know. But yeah, this is actually something that has been proven to actually bring your pressure up. So
it's a natural herb. It ain't a pill that the doctor said take. And that's the thing. We gotta stop. When the doctor says this, we have to take that moment and say, okay, let me do some research and see if there's something more natural I can put in my body that's not going to give me a side effect of. As a matter of fact, how many pills we take or they take from the doctor, and one of the side effects say death. What's the point of that? We're trying to beat death. We're trying to bypass that road.
I got a natural way to get your blood pressure up. Say it's August. Open up and read your utility bill. If it's
Hey, we're not gonna
that'll
talk
show
about no
you.
utility company now. We can't do that now. I'm
Well,
embedded 13 years. We can't
you
do
got
that.
13 years in the utility.
13 years in the utility company. We not about to do that.
Okay, you know we can.
Right.
We'll
And
say
I'm gonna say
utility.
this: you got about 5 minutes left on our hour, son.
Man, that went by so fast. Damn, yo, I
Well,
thought
let
I
me
just
throw
got
out
on
some.
it.
Well, let me just throw out some other herbs then.
Yeah.
Burdock root, yellow dock root. Avocados are good for you. Avocado oil is good for you. Cat claw. Yeah, it's
Never
a
heard of that.
whole bunch of random stuff. You just gotta go look. It's good for you. It's real good for you. And a lot of this stuff we can get cleanses the blood in our body. I take
So,
something called Manna, Manna. You won't be able to find it. It's from my herbalist, but he makes it and he gets all of his stuff from Africa. His name is one of the blackest names ever. Tyrone Dante Jones
oh
on
Lord, yeah.
Facebook is his name. But yeah, it's we have to start looking at herbs that
But
compare to the
everybody else is
ailments that we have.
from Africa. We might as well utilize it since it's our homeland anyway.
Yeah.
So,
So what
definitely
I got a question real fast.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So I don't know how true it is, but they said in Africa you can buy your land, own your land. You do not have to pay taxes on it. It is yours. However, here in the United States, you have to pay taxes on your land. And if you default, they can come get it. Once you buy your land in Africa, it's yours. Can't nobody come take it from you. What do y'all think about that?
Well,
Real
if I
quick.
can go,
Concept, or if it's true or not. Which is it? What
well,
is is it the
in Nigeria.
or is it you asking is it true or is it a good what do we think of the concept? I'm not sure.
If we could, should we? At this point in our life, with the things going on in the world and in the United States, do you think it would be a smart idea if that was true for as a family to put together and purchase land in Africa and go to Africa and own everything instead of dealing with the things going on here in the States?
Well, let me jump in here on that real quick. So, one of my colleagues, you know what I'm saying, we talk every day. He called me his little brother. He's supposed to be my big brother. You know what I'm saying. He's from Nigeria. He's gonna go home here in a little bit too. So, he has this. He building a mansion back home in Nigeria. I mean, I think I forgot how many rooms. And I was like, "What you do?" He said, "I got a big family, and it's his." And he been just working on it, and that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go back that way, and that the land is his, and the property owner is his, so he owns it. And he just taking his time and using his money to build that up for his family, and that's where they're gonna go. So, yeah, it does happen. I can't say all of Africa, you know what I'm saying, but in this part of Nigeria where he's from, yeah, that does exist. You buy it, it's yours. You know what I mean? So, and then the other part of it, it's 100% true. You'll never own nothing in America. If you pay taxes on it and they can take it, it ain't yours. Matter
Even
of
your
fact,
food.
and look, straight up, if they can take it, it ain't yours. You know what I mean? And take it legally too, then the damn show ain't yours. So,
Well,
that's my opinion on
well, I have to be very philosophical about this and very pragmatic since you opened it up like that. First of all, the concept of land ownership, that's purely European. That's a concept that came out of Europe. The our ancestors in Africa, before Europeans got there taking it, I don't think they even claimed land ownership. That's a European concept. And if you look at it, our ancestors felt like the Native American indigenous people, let's put it like that, the First Nations and the indigenous people over here, they thought the land was like the air or the sea. How do you own it? It belongs to Mother Nature. I'm just using Mother Nature. How do you own that? And it took white people to tell you how to do it. Now, so little of Africa belongs to Africa. That's the point I'm trying to make. Everybody in Europe and now China and even what's supposed to be our Arab brothers, they did more colonizing of Africa than what is let on. And then when these countries claimed their quote independence, it was really puppet governments that white corporations put up to ones that would be favorable to their white cause. So when it comes to land ownership, would it be great to buy land in Africa and if you could own it forever? And I want you to know that that's really a pipe dream, because at any moment, at any time, any government can come along and take from you what you feel like you own. And it's been done in Africa like every place else on earth. When somebody rich wants what's yours, they just take it. And they write laws to say it's legal. So should we buy land in Africa, US? Yeah, if you can own it, but be advised, it's going to be yours only for a little while. And in Texas and in other states in this country, you may own what's on top, but you never own the minerals because that goes back to the person that sold it to you. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, in theory, yes, great idea. Practicality, that's something we wish we could achieve. And um, I I can't emphasize enough, like with this program, you want to get healthy, so you be strong, and that your children, your offspring be strong. And we're the strongest versions of ourselves when there comes a time for power, for the balance of power to shift and in a favorable direction. We want to be the strongest, healthiest people we can be, and I'm all for that. And there are things that we can do, and there are things that we cannot do to be healthier people. I got that. And for us to could to have the say so over our material financial health, you know, that would be great. But you will never ever, as long as there are rich people, you are going to have poor people, because it is the poor people who make rich people rich. And rich people are never going to let their riches go, even if they have to put their knee in our neck and change laws and whatever they have to do to keep their way of life. And I'm talking from Europe all the way over here. So I guess I said a whole lot to say this. Yeah, I'm with you. I want to put my $5 or $10 in the pot. Let's buy it.
Let's buy. I got five on it, huh? Hey, sorry, definitely, any of those emails, shoot those to me so I can add them in the descriptions. You know what I'm saying? Anything, I can definitely put them in there as well. You know what I mean? So we can, so for the things that they heard that they might want to try, like me for sure, I'm definitely going to go look for this black seed oil. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a little bit about it before, so since I got somebody else tell me about it, I'm definitely gonna go into it. and maybe get some empirical data and see how it works for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Any other questions that Ariel?
I'm just gonna say in closing, love yourself no matter what size you are, no matter how unhealthy you are. Focus on you, get you together. And always remember, just because somebody's plus size, fat, or big, that does not mean that they are unhealthy. I am very much healthy. I take my natural herbs. I do my thing. So, um, love you, focus on you. Don't let the doctor deter you from what your goal is. Always choose what's best for you. Don't let the negative report make your life negative. On to speak positivity over yourself. We want to bring in 2022. We're releasing our negativity. We want peace, prosperity, health, and wealth. Our 2022.
I love it. I love it. Can't say nothing no better.